4 spreadsheets. A 4 subscribers spreadsheet contains the names of subscribers. Open the 4 subscribers spreadsheet and work in the details worksheet. So when I've opened this up, it opens up in the details worksheet already. It says complete the code in cell A4. So over here, we cell A4. You'll see it's already got BZN in it. And it says the code should include the letters BZN and the age in cell D4. So there are two ways of doing this. The quickest and easiest way is to go into the formula over here. Shift and 7 gives you the ampersand, and then what we're going to do is just click on the cell that's got the age and we push enter, and there we go. That there is the way they want the code, and if you copy it down, you'll see it copies correctly. Alright, then what we're going to do now is show you how we would do this using a concatenate. So concatenate, double click on it, there it puts it in for me. So the first text is going to be BZN in quotation marks because that's string that I want to show up. Then I'm going to put in my semicolon for you to be a comma. And then text 2, I click on the age. If there were a text 3, I keep on adding my commas and keep on adding the text, but there isn't, so I can close it, push enter, and there it's exactly the same. If I copy it down, that's what it will look like. Alright, now it says insert a formula in cell J4 to determine only the number of years a client has been part of the service. So over here in J4, they want me to calculate the years that a particular client has been part of the service. So the date that they subscribed is over here in H4, and today's date has come up here in L1. So they want us to calculate using the L1 as well as the I4 for this particular individual. And they only want the years. So the first thing I'm going to show you, if I type in equals, and then I say year, and I open up the bracket, and I just click on the year for the subscriber date, can you see that it gives me a number 2017? So it pulled out the year from there. So I'm going to need to use that year function for both these dates, and then of course subtract the smaller one from this bigger one. So this is going to have to go first. So let's start here. We start off with equals year. I'm going to open up the bracket, and then I'm going to tick or select this L1. Now remember, when I copy this down, I want to make sure it always selects that cell, so I need to push F4. Then I'm going to close the bracket, then I'm going to say minus the year of this date, close the bracket and enter, and there the answer is 3. I can take away the decimals, and then when I copy it down, you'll see there for 2018 it's 2 years away from 2020. So it tells you how long they've been subscribed for in years. Insert a function in cell M4 to determine the age, column D, that appears the most. So if we're looking at the age, we need the computer to look through this range and see what age comes up the most. So over here in 4.3, we're going to say equals and then mode, open up the bracket, and then we're going to select the range where the age is, make sure to only get the age, and then enter, and there the most frequently seen age in that set range there is 55. Now we're moving on to 4.4, insert a function in cell M6 to calculate the average installment, column I, for all the clients. So we're going to start off with equals, average, and column I is the installment, so we're going to select that range. It's going to calculate the average of that column, and there we have the average installment. But now it says use a function to round the amount off to the previous whole number. So what I'm going to do is go here to my formula bar. I'm going to click on round down, and I'm going to open my brackets. Now they said the previous number, that's why I'm using a round down function. And then over here, this is my number that's going to appear. And then after that, I'm going to put in a 0 because they said the previous whole number. So the whole number, we need to put in the 0 at the end there. And as you can see, there we go. That's 3,644, where the previous one had some cents over here. Okay, now 4.5 says insert a function in cell MA to determine the total installments for the Netflix packages. So total installments. So basically where it says Netflix 2, it will add this installment. Then where it says Netflix 1, it should add this one, and so forth. So what we're going to do is have to figure out what function are we going to use. So we want to sum the installment if it's a Netflix package. So it's a sum if equals sum if. I then open up my bracket, and the first range is the range where the actual criteria is going to be found. So I'm going to select the package. Alright, then I'm going to put in my semicolon. The criteria I'm looking for is Netflix. But here we got a problem. I'm going to just type in Netflix for now to show you what will happen. And then the sum range, we're going to select the range where the installment is. Okay, and then I'm going to close the bracket and push enter. Now we're going to, it's got the answer is 0. And it's because our criteria says Netflix. Now if you look through the range, nowhere does it just say Netflix. It says Netflix 2, Netflix 1, Netflix 3. So we need to do something to this criteria in order to accommodate all these different numbers that can appear at the end. So what we're going to use is a wildcard, and it's the star. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to push enter, and there you can see now the value has come up, because now it's looking for Netflix, and that little star basically is standing in place of whether it be a 2, a 1, or a 3. Alright guys, now the last question to this question 4 is 4.6, and it says we need to work in the Netflix worksheet. So we click on Netflix, there we go. It says use the subtotal outline feature to display the average installment per package. So we're going to use this subtotal feature, and we're going to display the average installment per package. So per package here, we want these installments out. Now, because it's per package, we need to make sure that all these packages are arranged in order. As you can see, they're all scattered all over the place. So the first thing to do is to select the range, go to the sorting and filter, custom sort, and over here I'm sorting according to package. That's column C. Alright, I say OK, and there it's sorted out. All the DSTVs, ones comes first, then twos, threes, fours, Netflix, same thing, and then Showmax right at the bottom. Once that's been sorted, make sure that the selection is still being selected. Alright, we're going to go to Data, Subtotal, and over here, at each change in, we're looking for Package. We want it to give us the average, and we're looking for installment. That's already been selected. Click on OK, and there you've got it. What's nice about this, you can click here on the number 2, and there you've got all the packages and their average installments. Alright guys, you need to save, you need to close. That was 20 marks. Well done.